just leaving the gym, and like I have to do it, guys. I have to get signed up. With every passing moment, I get more of a sense of reality about possibly what a dumb idea this is, like possibly how out of touch with reality I really am. I mean, yesterday I ran 4 miles, but before that, I don't remember the last time I ran more than 3. So if I allow doubt to creep in, I'm going to talk myself out of what could be a really monumental adventure. I got to sit down. I got to get signed up. I just left the gym. I thought about it the whole time I was at the gym, and I know it's literally the adventure my mind needs right now. It's the adventure my body needs right now. Let me tell you, like, I've been lifting weights, 6 days a week pretty much for like 9 months, I think. I do a workout class on Mondays and Wednesdays. We do like a HIIT workout. It's great, but nothing, I'm telling you, gives me that feeling that I get after a run. And there's like this tingling in my skin after I run. I promise, I'm pretty sure it's a good thing. No other workout replicates that. And so like, I just know this is what I need right now. I think it would be fantastic for myself and my husband, because to rely on him as my crew for 24 hours also, because I'm a very self-reliant person, and when you're relying on someone else to figure out what you need and to provide for you, I think that's good for anybody. Yeah. I'm going to do it. Let's get the website pulled up. Here is the run I'm signing up for. It's the Howard Aslinger Endurance Run. There's a 24-hour option, a 12-hour, or a 1 hour. Here we go. Oh my gosh. 24-hour registration. Oh, it's $125. Here goes. There it is, you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm signed up. Confirmation. 24-hour run. Holy cow, this is really about to happen. Since I haven't really been running a whole lot, I don't really have like the greatest running shoes in the world right now. So Drew brought that up and was like, you should probably go get some better running shoes if you're going to go for 24 hours straight. So we are headed to Academy, and I'm just going to see what they have in stock. I have to pick out something today, so wish me luck. Right, I got the Nike surprise. I used to definitely say I won't run in a pair of Nikes because there's so many better collections of shoes out there, but I'm telling you guys, they've stepped up their game, and these had a cushion that was so responsive, and I feel like a 24-hour run when I haven't really been training to run, that's what I need. So Nike it is. I got the women's Nike Air Windflow 9 PRM. Does that mean premium? I don't know, but they're really cute. It's the Sunday before the run. I'm not going to call it a race because I don't know how fast I'm going to go. Pardon my just woke up, slept in my makeup look, but okay, the gym doesn't open until noon on Sundays, and typically I would be like this morning getting ready to be there when they open, but I'm thinking I should run. I'm thinking I should run because I haven't, but it's going to be like a delicate balance between running this week to train and also like the run is Friday, so tapering. I've never done training and tapering all in one. Like to give you guys an idea, if we were going to train for a half marathon, I would train for at least 12 weeks. A full marathon, like 20, maybe even 30 weeks. And that's on top of a base of already running like 6-mile long runs. I feel like I should run today though, and I can try out the new shoes, so I'm probably going to go run 6 miles today, and I'm just going to make them like slow miles. We have to determine how far I'm actually planning on going during this 24-hour run, so we'll do some math on that too. What will the weather be Friday in Cape Girardeau?
Friday in Cape Girardeau, there will be scattered showers with a high of 49 and a low of 30.
You guys are either about to think I'm grossly over-prepared or this is just perfect. So these are the shoes I'm actually going to be running in. These are the wool socks that I will start out in because it's going to be like 30, dipping down into the 20s overnight. So I'm going to start out in those wool socks. I went ahead and packed some ultralight, the Audi Zero Pro. These are a carbon plate shoe. I don't imagine I'm going to want to wear these, but it'll be a fresh pair of shoes in case I need some. I also have my Brooks Glycerin 17, pretty cushy sole there. So if these start to to be less responsive, or if I need a break in a new pair of shoes if they get wet or anything. So I've got 3 pair of shoes there. This is my first aid kit. Lots of goodies in the first aid kit. The course is lit, but you know, I just am confident that there's going to end up being some corner that's real dark or something. If there is, I have my headlamp and plenty of batteries. This only takes 2 batteries, and you can see I've got several here. So 6 AAA batteries. Got my monkey mat and a tarp, so I'll have a clean place to be able to lay down a foam roll or anything like that if I need to. Some anti-chafe, KT tape, petroleum jelly, lots of goo. These basically provide pretty immediate carbohydrates, 100 calories also. This run, I'm anticipating to burn over 7,000 calories probably by the end of it. So there's about, I think, 700 or 800 calories here. And then I found these tonight. I went ahead and grabbed them. I have 500 calories worth of Stroop waffles also, well, honey stinger waffles. So between the 2 of these, at least like 12 or 1,300 calories. The ankle brace is just in case, like more of a first aid thing, as well as the knee brace as well. This is actually a hanging shoe organizer, and what we do is once we hang up the tent, I hang up the shoe organizer and all of these little things go inside of it. That way whenever I run in, I can see right through here exactly what it is that I need. You guys will see how it's set up when we get there. I grabbed a couple rain ponchos for myself as well as for Drew. 3 pair of running leggings. One of these head wraps that's everything from a head wrap all the way down to a scarf. How do you pronounce these? Baklava? It's like a ski mask basically. A toboggan, 3 extra pair of socks, one of them being toe socks, one of them being compression socks, extra bras and unmentionables, 4 shirts, a pack of baby wipes to wipe off all the sweat and everything, because that really starts to irritate your skin after a while. I have 2 pair of running insoles, 3 pair of gloves. I will start out with this pair. I have this pair super warm, and then a lighter pair also. My running belt, just in case I want to bring my phone along and listen to music or anything like that. I have 2 towels and a blanket. This is a rain-proof coat. It's actually Drew's, it's my husband's, and he's kind enough to loan it to me. Here's the other pair of insoles that I have. I have foot warmers and hot hands body packs also. These are Aftershok's headphones. They're actually like a bone conducting headphone. It allows you to still hear your surroundings, but keep your music private if you want to. I have it's not really a foam roller, but it's a massaging roller. And then the Theragun, yes, do not go anywhere without the Theragun. This is the Theragun Live. Also a pair of Oakleys. I'll bring an additional pair of sunglasses with me as well. All of this needs to be packed up now into a bag. It is race day. I really, like, things are as real as they're gonna get right now, other than being there. I tried to force myself to stay in bed as long as possible. It got to be like 10:40 this morning and I could not stay in bed any longer. Just like the excitement and adrenaline. I honestly wanted to sleep until noon, just because I know tonight I'm going to be thankful for every extra hour of sleep I got last night. So at 10:40 I got up, I made the mashed potatoes. Potatoes are just like such a fantastic carb while you're running, and as much actual food as I could get in my system outside of like goo gels and stuff like that, the more the better. It just sets better on my stomach. So yeah, I made mashed potatoes. Drew went to the store. He had to go to the store again because my father-in-law is driving 4 hours to come in just so he can sit with the kids overnight. So Drew can crew me overnight. So I'm not gonna have to be by myself all night. I'm ecstatic about that. Thank you tremendously 1,000 times, Steve, for driving in from Tennessee just to sit with the kids. So Drew's gonna be there with me, which is epic. It's fantastic. Like when you're at your weakest, probably physically and mentally, who better to rely on than your spouse? So yeah, he'll be able to dig me out of like any place I go to at 2 or 3 a.m. when I don't want to be running anymore. And he's gonna be able to prep my mashed potatoes. But he did say that he's bringing a grill and he's gonna make tacos while he waits. Guys, it's the man of the hour, the man of the day, no. the hero of the event here. I said 4 hours that you were driving in, but it was a 5-hour drive, but it might have taken you longer than that.
I don't recall, but it worked out real well. Nice drive.
You really just wanted to come see the kids though, right?
That's it. That's your ticket.
Just scream.
I was just telling Drew this story that I watched on a documentary the other day. This guy was saying all his life his dad was telling him to work hard, and that he and his wife were gonna go travel after they retired, because they have saved up all this money and now they're free and they have like the financial freedom and the flexibility and ability to go travel and see the world. And a year before his retirement, his dad died. With all the money saved up, he had never went to travel with his wife, and he'd never gone on any of those adventures. I think that running and life are metaphors for one another. I always say when I'm training for a run, like whether you trained or not, like the time is going to pass, whether you did something about it or not, that date will get here. And life is really the same way. Like the time is going to pass. Whether you did something and you went on adventures and you like had the time of your life with your family and you did something, or whether you sat on the couch, your whole life in that time is going to pass regardless. Like we'll get to the end of it, and I don't know, I don't want to live the latter of the two. I don't want to watch my life pass me by, like sitting on the couch, being comfortable. My husband's asking me why I wanted to sign up for this run, especially without any training, and I said I needed an adventure. And at the time I was sitting on the couch and I was surrounded by like this eBay inventory listing it, and I said I needed adventure. This is not adventurous. Like I don't think that's what we're made for, to sit in one place and just work until the day we die. Okay, we are at the race. Our station is all set up. I'll show you guys what it looks like. We actually got a spot, like this is the bougiest ultra setup I've ever had, because there's lights out here. There's actually power. Drew brought a heater thinking we wouldn't really be able to use it. Maybe, I think he brought like a power inverter, but guys, we could use our heater. Let me just show you. Okay, this is what I was talking about with the shoe display. So everything's like right there at a glance. We have this tent set up. He has this little heater on a cooler, all of our drinks, a stove because he said he's gonna cook, which is interesting. And then there's like down there is the start finish line, and then there's some other people have set up their stuff in here, and then on that side you have some people setting up their stuff, and then this is like the course that will run around. And it's 6:15 right now. I think like 10 minutes till they're gonna do something of a briefing, like a race briefing over here. I'll probably run to the bathroom one more time. I ate some potatoes a while ago, so I'm starting to get hungry. Sugar-free Red Bull. I gotta get my gloves back on. It is cold out here, I won't lie to you guys, especially like in the shade like this, but it won't be once we start moving. I just finished my 9th lap. We're a little over 2 hours in. I feel good. I'm definitely like forcing a full lap walk break every hour. It takes a long time to walk 1.15 when you're trying to get there in a hurry. So Drew has upgraded our area. He went and bought this entire tent. I'm not taking a nap in there later. Anyway, I feel good. 2 hours down, about 10 miles. That was lap 12. So officially a half marathon in. Because it's 1.15, so you have to, like, after 10 miles you add another mile, and anyway, we're a half marathon in. That was the end of lap 13, so I'm like 14 miles in. The parts that I'm running, I'm still running at my goal run pace, which is like hey honey, like 11:30. I'm running at like an 11:20, and I'm taking plenty of walk breaks. I heard some like really useful 24-hour ultra advice that if you like manage the first part so you can own the second part. So I'm just trying to do like a lot of race management right now, so that after, like when we get to hour 13, I'm still feeling good and still hopefully running around that pace. So If that means sitting down, because I'm sitting down for a minute, that's cool. Spirits are high. There's not like a ton of people cheering out there, but the people that are cheering are very enthusiastic. So that's nice. Drew forgot his cowbell. How did you forget your cowbell? Amateurs, amateurs. This lady back there asked me if I wanted a shot of espresso and rum chata. I told her yes on the espresso. Okay, just showing you guys free feet pics, just kidding, the actual effects of ultra running. So I'm not even, like, guys, I'm 17 miles in, but I had a hot spot blister between these two and then on the bottom of this foot. So yeah, definitely wrapping those up. We got 20 hours left. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is getting really boring already. That's a bad sign. So to liven up this next lap, Drew found his lighter that he thought he threw away. Sorry for the noise. But to liven up this next lap, I'm gonna take you guys with me and I'll show you around. I might even run some with the camera in my hand, but you might see like more walking. Okay, the spot that I'm coming up on is kind of weird because, like, it's not a weird area, but it's just like in rare form. It's this big stadium and it's just kind of weird to be running by it at like almost midnight. It's like freezing cold outside and it's completely empty. These guys have full like military rucks on. Okay guys, I met up with the fellows in the rucks. Are these called rucks?
Yep.
Why are you doing this whole thing in rucks?
He brought up the idea and
Honestly,
I just needed to do something hard.
Yes! You needed an adventure, right?
Yeah.
Life's too easy.
Yeah, just try and do something hard, challenge yourself, push yourself.
Are you guys doing the 12 hour or 24?
24.
Nice, all right. Well, way to go. I just had to include that in there. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks. I underestimated exactly how boring it would be to do the same loop over and over and over again. The guy that this race is named after, he contracted polio when he was 11. So, I mean, he had like full use of his legs and up until 11 years old. Can you imagine like 11-year-old child suddenly being wheelchair bound? And his whole life he said that although he was in a wheelchair, he didn't consider it a handicap. He considered it an inconvenience. And they said when they decided to put this race together here, they thought, is anyone crazy enough to run the same loop over and over again for 24 hours? And they asked us to please look at it like an inconvenience. So the money that we paid, which is like $125, $130 or something like that to run this, goes directly to scholarships for like handicapped or inconvenienced, as Aslinger would say, individuals to be able to have more opportunities, because he thought he didn't have the same opportunities and he wanted to pave the way for other people to have opportunities. So it's just an inconvenience, right? It's like whisper quiet out here. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning or something, and like, listen. It's just so quiet. I think at this point there's few of us. They're still moving. I'm in like 16th place with the females. Early on in the race, I was worried. I was like, what if I hit my 50-mile goal really, really early? Like, I felt like there was pressure to aim at 100. And I don't want to be out here pushing to try to hit 100. That's insane. I didn't train for that. That's like territory only people that trained should even consider. And so I feel like I almost sabotaged that myself. Maybe that's a metaphor for life, because I sat down a little extra long a couple times just to ensure that there's no chance that I could get 100 miles, because otherwise I feel like I would be pushing so hard, especially in this first 12, that I might not even be able to continue the last 12. So trying to take some pressure off myself. It's so dark over here. Let me show you guys the difference with the headlamp. Oh, I literally almost fell. Okay, how dark it is. And they said you don't need any headlamps. And then with my headlamp, you can actually see out here. So if you're gonna run Aslinger, yes, bring a headlamp. Otherwise, you're gonna be in the dark. Because there's a few spots back here where like the lampposts aren't really that great. So anyway, I would still so much rather be doing this. I would so much rather be doing this than sitting on the couch. Like, life is too easy. It's like those guys with the ruck pack said, I just needed to do something hard, you know? And I've listened to music for like maybe 3 laps, and we're going on 7 hours in. You just need to cultivate like silence in your life and like go on an adventure. You know what I mean? I think I have another blister trying to pop up on my right heel. This is basically the result of not training. Like, my feet are not ready for this. My mind is ready for this. I've done a lot of mental training this year. I feel like my body is pretty well ready for this because I have been training a lot in the gym, just not training to run. But my feet, they are revolting. So as much as I don't want to stop again, I'm gonna stop up here and patch up my right heel. Because if I patch it up now before it's like a full-blown blister, I'll be able to run at hour 17, right? Here it is, guys. I'm running through the first marathon, hitting 26.2 right now. A full marathon down. So I'm a little more than halfway to goal 1, which is 50 miles. Thumbs up, feeling good. Guys, I have stopped 3 times to wrap my right heel, and somehow I still don't have that blister taken care of. I feel like something just popped or something. It's like burning now. So I'm walking and I'm just trying to walk back to the tent. I'm just gonna take off all the tape that I've done so far and start from scratch, and maybe even add like some KT tape around it or something. I'm like practically limping. Okay, I am limping because I'm trying not to let my shoe rub the back of my heel right now. Fun times. Okay, definitely this toenail is bruised, and that's a blister. That's a blister. No wonder this toe is hurting. Yeah, what do I even do about that at this point, guys? This toenail's gonna end up coming off. Guys, that one's a blister. That's a blister. Like, my feet are trashed, and we're... How many hours in are we? 11? I think we're 11 hours in.
About 11 and a half.
11 and a half. There's literally a rooster crowing. A rooster. Is that like... I don't know if that's supposed to be endearing. It's still like 2 hours from sunrise, so the rooster needs a new watch. My feet are totally trashed, and I'm at like 34 miles in. I like obviously have to hit 50 miles, which means I have to go 13 and a half more laps at least, and I have a little over 12 hours to do it. So I don't see a problem with that. I'm just in debate about whether or not to pop these blisters. Like, I don't know whether or not to pop them. Do I pop them and tape them? Do I just add tape to them? I don't know. I'm definitely giving my feet a break out of the shoes. I'm going to take my first like long break here. And then after that, the goal is to get the next 13 and a half laps in, and I'll be thrilled to death at 50 miles at this point. So we waited all night for the sun to come up because it's gonna get warmer when the sun comes up. Guys, it's not gotten warmer, and the wind picked up, and the wind chill now is actually 20 degrees. Failure's definitely not an option, and I said the first goal was 50 miles. So my feet are trashed, but that's only 14 more laps. It's like 13 and a half now. So I'm just going to count down. I'm going to count down, and I'm going to get my 50 miles. And then after 50, we'll see if I can push it to 52.4, because that would technically be 2 marathons in a day, which would be kind of cool. But 14 more laps right now, okay guys? 14 more laps. Like if you have some big, huge, monumental goal, break it up into small little goals, okay? I'm not even, rename it. I'm not saying 14 more miles. I'm saying 14 more laps. And you know what? If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. No matter what, keep moving forward. That is the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. There's your inspiration. I really wish I could run right now, you guys. Maybe my feet will get acclimated to the new bandages, and like I'll be able to run some of it. I just want to run. Every mile that's left, I'm gonna like say a personal mantra to myself throughout the mile. Hope you guys can hear this because the wind is howling. The mantra for this mile, okay, 13 left. The only way out is through, right? Like nobody out here cares that I have a 50-mile goal. I could sit down right now and it's fine. Nobody's forcing me to do this. But I told myself 50 miles, like, don't quit on you, right? I should have saved don't quit on you for the next lap. The only way out is through. The only way out is through. It'll be over when I'm done. Lap 12's mantra, 12 to go. There are harder things in the world. There's a scripture that says, there is no temptation that has overtaken you, that which is not common to man. And I think that that goes for adversity too. Like no matter what you're going through, somebody else is going through it or going through worse. And that helps me put a lot of my like experiences into perspective. I paid to be here. Like I signed up for this. There's way worse things. There's way worse. It's officially my longest run ever. So I think I'm right at 39 miles now. And previously my longest was 37.2. His friend bailed on him. The mantra for 11 is that not everyone will see your dream. And that's okay. It's your dream. Every 2 hours we change direction, and we just changed direction. And I have 10 laps left. The mantra for 10. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Because, man, I gotta back that one up with the verse that we are able to do far more abundantly greater works with Him, right? I can't do anything without Christ. If I did, it wouldn't mean a thing. The mantra for having 9 laps left is that the time will pass either way. Didn't we go through this earlier? Like, okay, if I went and slept in the tent, or if I went home, the time is gonna pass the same, like 7 p.m. tonight comes, whether I kept running or not. only one of them comes with like eternal regret. So since 7 p.m. is coming regardless, I may as well keep moving. I'm over 40 miles now. I think I'm coming up on 41 miles. He carries that flag during every race. Like 5K, he's carrying the flag. 10K, half marathon, full marathon, 24-hour run. He always carries that flag. He's a veteran. And my focus during this lap is in our freedoms and how blessed we are to be free to do something like this. Just let that sink in. Whatever your challenge and your goal is, how blessed you are to be free to even have those goals. Look guys, the water in the ditch is frozen. I mean, it is frozen. Hey guys, I met up here with Jen. She's a friend of the channel and I'm so excited that I got to meet you.
Yes, me too.
She's got some words of motivation for you.
Well, Rachel is motivation to me, so you guys should be like Rachel. She's amazing. So
You're sweet, you're sweet. Try your hardest, guys.
Yes.
That's all I got at this hour.
don't stop walking.
Don't stop walking. What Jen said brings me to my motivation for this lap. 7 to go. There are literally so many people cheering for you who don't want to see you fail. We talked about like don't give up on you. If don't give up on you is not enough. If you won't do it for you, won't you do it for them? Won't you do it for the people who are watching, who don't want to see you fail? Look who came off the bench just to walk with me. In work boots nonetheless.
That's right.
You're making this look easy. Guys, I don't think you've read an update since like mile 7 more laps to go. And how many do we have left to go, Drew?
You have 3 more.
I have 3 more. I don't know if I updated you guys, so I'll update you now. Drew is, oh yeah, I did. Drew is still walking with me, you guys. He still has work boots on. But I think the speed at which I'm walking, he doesn't even care. We could be barefoot right now. It might feel better to be barefoot. Part of me can't wait to see my feet, and part of me is like really scared to see my feet. But anyway, 3 more laps and I'll be at 50 miles. And I said I wanted to go until I could not move any longer, and that was about 15 miles ago. So as soon as I hit 50 miles, I'm done. I am done. But I'm getting that belt buckle because I came for it. I just wanted to go on record and say that everything hurts. You know that documentary we watched that was like how to run 100 miles?
Yeah, I'll never forget it.
Yeah, you remember how he was like, I hate everything. I hate this. I hate
the
like
sandwich?
yeah, and he was like everything hurts. And I like watching that documentary, I was like, I want to get there. Mission accomplished, like I'm there. I've never been like more done with anything. My 60K, as insane of a run as that was, basically running through a trench of water for 11 and a half hours, I did not hurt at the end of that like I hurt right now, and I'm not at the end of this. Whose idea was it to sign up? Guys, seriously, the wind at my back is pushing me faster than what I want to stroll right now, and it hurts. Crazy what a little training does. Whose idea was it to sign up for this? Was 0 training. That's like the dumbest idea. If you want to know the stupidest thing you can do, you can decide on one Friday that you're going to sign up for a 24-hour run, and you can run twice that week. to train for it. And then go buy new shoes too. That is one of the stupidest things you can do. Do you remember a year ago, almost to the day, when, what are their names? Oh, this is hard. I mean, my brain is gone, guys. Dalton and Drew took off and decided that they were going to run a 50K in a day, and they hadn't trained.
Just to get all the month's miles in.
Do you remember? We laughed. We were like, that's a stupid idea. But then we were like, oh, you can do it. I believe in you.
And they were limping and they were so sunburned.
Oh, they were sunburned. That was a smarter idea than this. I would say that I don't have another step left in me, but here I am stepping. It has taken every ounce of willpower, you guys, to finish 50 miles. Every ounce. And I said, I will run 50 miles and I will go until I don't have an ounce left in me. Guys, I left all the ounces back there like 6 miles ago. But gotta accomplish goal 1 first. So I have like a little over 1 lap left. Like a lap and a half almost. In any race that I've ever ran, I've been able to muster the strength at the end to run across the finish line, even if it was slowly. And this is physically all I had at the last of this race, which is exactly what I showed up for. I left here knowing that for the first time in my life, I left it all out there, you guys. I just cried right here when he announced me as the newest 50-mile belt buckle award winner. All that for a couple free bananas and a belt buckle I'll never wear. Guys, I have always said I ultra run because I know how far I can run, but I don't know how far I can't. Well, I can tell you how far I can't run with no training, and it's 50 miles because I had to walk the last 14, 15, no, I was still running at mile 38, so the last 12 miles, I walked every bit of it. That was it. That's all I had. I'm so thrilled to leave here depleted because that was a goal. Oh my gosh. Garmin says with my heart rate considered, that's 5,084 calories.